Because what Lauren said, and I think Lauren, she's sweet, but baby, the way she was on the interview, she's a creator. She just knows how to be talk, walk the walk. When she said everybody was in character, I was like, and being, in my opinion, being fake. At not necessarily everybody, but just like we really didn't get along, but we did it because we wanted to, This might just come in here. This should go right there. Hold on. Miss Erica's in the building. What's the?
Hey, hey.
Oh, let me get my headphones on. I forgot you over here. Now I gotta get my headphones. Hang on right quick, cause I'm by myself at first. Hold on. Make sure my stuff is on. It's so cold in Texas right now. I know people in the north probably say it's not cold there. All right, Mama. So I have been talking this entire time about how I felt. So I'm gonna give you a few key points so you can give me your opinion.
Okay.
So, were you able to connect your channels or no? What did let you do it?
Yeah, it's connected. It
Okay,
should be-
okay. I just- Okay, so what I said. So first of all, you see, I got the Soul Train, and the one in the middle is Angie. What's her name? Oh no, Rosa Perez. That's her famous dance. So, what I would say, I feel like that I didn't even realize that Vince and Donna had a connection. Had no idea, but of course, we don't see everything that's obvious. So Vince and Donna had a connection. I do, and I'm gonna say this before I even saw the last part of Christina and Vince. I felt like that Vince apologized, in my opinion, my Commissioner Review's opinion, because it came out and it's going to be on TV. Right? This is my opinion. I want to hear yours.
Okay.
Steven and Ashante were cute, but I think Ashante and Darius are better together. I love Darius. I really do. He's a man. I know he was 40. He don't look 40, by the way. And I love his story and just when he talks and say things. So far he has not pissed me off. And
Okay. Darius doesn't piss me off, but his outfits do. I'm just gonna
why?
say.
I love his
Keep
outfits.
going. Keep going.
Well, hold on. Wait, let me say something to you, Erica. Remember, I actually went to Detroit, right? Remember, I physically went to Detroit, and I'm telling you, they do things to the 10th power, include especially their clothes. The women, there was women there at this club at Darius's birthday for the whole RTL premiere. I went to the VIP, then I went to the one after. Baby, some of the women who looked like they were probably our mothers and grandmothers was in there dressed just as wild. It's just Detroit.
I mean, there's
I'm being
nothing
serious.
wrong with the pimp ball or whatever they call it, but it's just not my flavor. But keep going. Keep going.
Oh my lord! I don't think he had a pimp outfit on. Well,
No.
he had one.
When they showed up to Aretha Franklin's house, he's the only
I love
one
that
dressed
outfit.
like what? What? Where? What?
Okay, first of all, I love the outfit.
Go ahead.
You are ridiculous. Miss Shady Queen is here. Anyway, um, I'm sorry. Christina told Chris that she had conversation with 3 other of her suitors about the massage situation, and I said, I'm pretty sure half the world is like, oh, I wouldn't say that. I can't believe it. Even though half the women probably feel the way she does. The thing that I respect about Christina is that, she's being herself, her genuine self. That's how she feels. How she feels. She's not afraid to say that. Now, Chris said he felt a little weird about it because, first of all, he was like, you told people, because pretty much remember Chris could not pay. And she was like, wait, you told people about this? And then you asked for the people. So for Chris, he said she wants the bag. It was a turn off for him. You could tell. And I understand that. Boss wants to help. Is her name Dom? Boss is with the young lady that had oh my god, is her name Dominique? Is that her name?
The one with
Name,
Bello.
I don't know. I call him Balls because to me, when I literally when I met him, I just saw Balls, so I was calling Balls. But yes, Bello.
Yeah.
I think his name is Boss Bello on Instagram, something like that. Anyway, so yes, Bello and Dom. I think he's completely into her and nobody else. For one, I'll say that. She's trying to explore, obviously, because it's a women's night, girls' night to go home or whatever. But I think that Bello literally only wants her and nobody else. That's just my opinion. I might be wrong. And that's still early. It's still way too early to say who's gonna want what. I said that before you came as well. The Soul Train line was cute. I do think Shannon does give Michelle Obama vibes. I think her and Devin have a connection. I will say that. Of course, I'll still just give disclaimer that's still too early, but I do feel like that Shannon and Devin do have a connection. Now, Vince and Christina have a conversation. To me, the audacity of Vince to get upset with Christina because she told Ashley. I'm sorry, she told told Lauren. Well, all of them really. And to me, that is the confirmation for me that you literally said this because you was going to or you were exposed. Period. I'm sorry. And then I'll say this at the very end, a cliffhanger. We don't know who going home. I hate cliffhangers in reality TV. It makes no sense. Okay, you heard my spiel. You go ahead and do yours.
Okay. So I guess I'm not clear on. Okay, so Christina said that he called Lauren
Lauren, that's
a
all
B,
B. Mm-hmm.
a tall B. So
Well,
to
more than
me,
one, but specifically he said her name.
right, or whatever. So then to me, I wasn't clear. Like, you know what I mean? Like, was he like that B is tall? Like, there's so many ways that people use that casually, or was he actually calling her a B? You know what I mean? So that's the part where I was like, okay, you know, either way, I mean,
Erica. That's okay. Come on, Erica. Seriously, that's odd. To you're on a dating show, dating whatever speed dating, no crack. You know how we
I
say
know
this.
everybody's a professional or whatever, but
Well, no, it's not even. It's not even
some
that.
people do
No,
use
it's
the
not even
word.
that.
Some people do use the word bitch kind of casually, to be honest. So I was
No, I
like,
said that.
okay,
I said that. I get
is
that.
it
Go ahead.
this dramatic? So, but it's like, okay, but the whole thing was, I think what Vince didn't understand is
Mm-hmm.
if he said it to Christina, Christina didn't like you anyway. So that's why she went back and told it, because she already didn't like you. So, but that being said, it came
Mm-hmm.
out. And because I don't think that Lauren did anything to him where he'd be calling her, oh, that
Right.
funky bee,
Right.
calling her
He
B, sort
said
of
that.
like
Right. Right.
dog her.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, all right, they kind of mistook it. I don't think
Huh?
that you should um, be using that word, but I also don't think it's as, I don't think it's as dramatic as people are
So
making it.
okay. So
But I
Erica,
think
I'm telling you,
go ahead.
Erica, ma'am. If I okay, let's say we're behind the scenes talking, and you say, "Oh, Kamisha, I just want to tell you, okay, the blogger so and so called you a B." Now, you've got to know me pretty well the past few years. You know my reaction is going to be is immediately red hot to the 10th power. I'm going to be upset, and I'm going to respond probably really ugly. So to me, it's like you calling that a woman to be like that in this situation. If I did something, it depends on the person. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna respond, but I get it. She didn't do anything. She didn't deserve that. And I don't think a man should call. And I get like you're saying. I even said women do each other all the time. Hey, but not every woman feels that way though. Also, not every woman talks like that. Not every man talks that way. So
Right,
in this,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. I
I
don't
don't
think he
agree with it.
necessarily called her negative. I don't think he necessarily called her like she was acting like a bee, or she's doing this, or she's a funk, like whatever. I don't think I don't know, maybe because I don't think we got enough context.
Mm-hmm.
But I do feel like because he jokes, and to me he comes off very much like even though it says his job is service technician, I feel
Mm-hmm.
like he's trying to get exposure for comedy or whatever. So people
Mm.
may or may not talk like that on stage, depending on how you move.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So to me, I feel like maybe he's trying to crack jokes and whatever, and it was misconstrued because he talks a little loosely. So, I mean,
It
either
was a
way,
horrible joke.
they were offended, and it can rub people the wrong way if you're not in that type of circle where people use those terms casually.
Mhm,
But I
mhm.
will say that I don't necessarily think he meant it to like dog her or whatever. So I appreciate that he took the time to apologize.
So, like I stated, I do believe that he apologized because he knew it came out. If it hadn't come out, or he was going to be on TV where his friends and family and mom's going to see it, I really believe he wouldn't have apologized. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I stand on that. And then the way he got so upset with Christina for telling them, like, wait, that's, and then he even had the nerve to say, I know what I said was disrespectful, but I'm still gonna call her disrespectful because she didn't come talk to me about it first. I was like, sir, I'm confused. So you think that she should have spoke to you about it first before she told the women what you said? That's not
Well,
how
no,
that
I
works.
thought he was upset because he said she came in and then she spoke to everyone else. Well,
No,
yeah,
she said no, no. He said you did not, because I rewound it. He said
yeah,
you did not come and talk to me about it. You wouldn't expose it to the other woman, and that's why he even apologized. He was mad because it was exposed. He was, to me, I felt like he was pissed because she told it. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. You could tell by his passion and reaction. You are humble and I'm sorry. I didn't no. You were doing that because you were exposed. Period. If he was not exposed, no apology wouldn't have happened. That fool was like, I'm gonna be on TV. My mama gonna see it. Let me go ahead and apologize. Yeah.
right. I mean, I think he had a point with Christina, though. I mean, I think if you have an issue, like if you, to me, it's like don't smile in my face and then dog me behind my back.
I get that part. I get that part.
I agree
Honestly,
with that
I
part.
understand that part because I would have told him, and I would have told him. I'm telling the girls too. So you know me. I'm that's me. I would say, well, first of all, I don't like that. I'm going to tell the girls, just like, don't be someone would be surprised. That's how I am. So yes, I would have handled it that way. He would have known I was supposed. In fact, I probably would text the girls in the group, the group chat. Hey, FYI, this called all y'all be. He called you a child beat, baby. I've been texting that in the group messages while he was standing in front of me. I'm so serious. So I do understand his point to that because I would have checked him right then and there. I would have checked him after I told the girl. So I understand that point. But for him to come at her because she went told it, he was not happy about that. I don't care what anybody says. Vince was pissed off because she exposed it. However, she found out. And then for him to say, you should just come and ask me a question. So you calling her the B word and me telling you I should have asked you a question about why you said it. I ain't your mama, your girlfriend, your friend, or your counselor. No.
Well, if you're gonna have an attitude and dog me to other people, then I do think if you have respect for the person, then you should say it to their face. So.
Oh, I would have. Period. So like
Yeah.
I said, I understand
Because
that
maybe
point.
I don't, because if he didn't have the conversation with her and it's something that she heard through something else, then it's like, then yeah, now you are kind of spreading stuff, and if you have a problem, you should bring it to
But
the
the thing about it, that would have more validity if he had been lying. I'm sorry, if she was lying about it. He admitted that he said it. You see what I'm saying? That to me, that point would go with the fact of the matter if he didn't actually say the word and she was just spreading, false whatever. But he admitted to it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I still feel like if you heard something and you have a problem, and I mean, I guess if like I feel like he was right in that you're out here saying stuff and running with stuff, which maybe she didn't know the full situation. I don't know because he didn't really take the time to explain it. But that being said, it's like, okay, if you have a problem with the person, you should kind of bring it to him.
Well, let's break down the apology. The apology, he says, he was embarrassed, and yes, he did call her the word, and he even said to his confessional, she didn't do anything to me. So it wasn't a lie. It was true. On top of the fact, it was not coming from a positive place. It wasn't a joke because he would have said it in the confessional. He would have said it in the apology. He
He could
literally
have been
said,
like that. B is tall. Like who knows? You
"No,
know what I'm
no."
saying? Like
But what I'm
just
saying is,
whatever.
I'm saying when a person is apologizing and doing a confessional, they're going to explain that side. Nowhere in the apology did he make a statement saying it was a joke. I was just saying something. None of that was stated. And then also in his confessional, he literally was like, she didn't do anything to deserve that. So obviously he was saying something that was nasty. He shouldn't have said it. He got caught. He didn't think he was gonna get caught. He probably said it to the guy. Maybe the guy told her. I'm gonna dig deep and find out who said it and where it came from. Because I'm pretty sure he didn't tell her this. She heard it from somebody. Right. So I'm just saying, I get you. I'm trying to follow you and I understand what you're saying. But he had the opportunity to say those things in his confessional and in the apology. He didn't say any of that. It's very obvious he was just being nasty for no reason to a woman who did nothing to him. Period.
Well, I don't know. I don't feel like we know enough of how it actually went down, but I do feel like at this point, if people are filming it a certain way, your best bet is to just take accountability and just lay it down, you know. So, but I would like to hear how it actually, what was actually the conversation, what was actually said. So, but yeah.
I mean, I would like to. Well, I mean, I would like to know as well, like what how did she actually hear about it? I'm pretty sure it wasn't like they were on the phone and he was like, "Oh, that tall bitch." It's something had to, something had to have happened for it to get to that point. I don't know what, but something.
Right, because I can't imagine. I don't know. I can't imagine that he thought Christina was cool enough to joke like that with, or
Oh
cool enough
no,
to
right?
have that conversation with. So it's like, who did
I
you have
agree.
the conversation with? How did it get back? I mean, it just seems like it's been sort of all diluted. But you're right. To me, he doesn't really explain one way or the other. So it's hard to know what was really said or why it was even really said. And I do appreciate that he realizes, okay, this is not a good look, she's a cool person or whatever, she didn't do anything, and
Right.
just whatever, just take accountability for it. But I think it is interesting to find out how it got out and what actually was said. I mean, honestly,
Hmm.
or the context in which it was in. Like, were you actually dogging her and calling her a B,
Right.
or were you just throwing it out casually and you speak it in a way that's a little bit more profound or under whatever, that's not with this echelon of people? But go ahead. I'm
Well,
sorry.
no,
Yeah.
no. Well, I mean, I get what you're saying with that, but like I said, I was looking to him to say, oh, guys, oh, not guys, to say in his confessional, and even when he was apologizing, this is what I meant by this.
Right, exactly. And he never did, and then he never really said. But even if he was, see, that's why I'm like, I don't know if it's editing or whatever, but it still doesn't really make sense, because it's like, even if she didn't do anything with him to him, then something caused him to say it. So either he was saying it casually, or he was saying it because of a way he felt about something or whatever, and that was never explained. Like, he never really fully
But the thing
explained.
about it, he had opportunity to explain it. In my opinion, he chose not to. So I mean, it is what it is, and I'm pretty sure he was playing it on some podcast. I don't really care to a point because I'm pretty sure he has done like my commentary and things, and it's fine. I don't care. Again, I don't care. But my whole thing is that I was rocking a little bit. I like the apology. I was like, okay, you know what? Okay, I understand. But then when he got to the point where I'm like, okay, well, can you give more content? What was the reason?
Well, yeah, and
He
that's
never
that's why
gave
I'm
it.
like,
I
I don't
still
know if
care about
that's
that.
him or that's editing or whatever. Like, I just feel like it's unclear, because I'm like, okay, what was said or why was it said? Whether it was, maybe I was upset, I was having a bad day, and I was ranting about everybody. It could be anything, you know what I'm saying? Or she rubbed you the wrong way with a comment she made. Like, what happened? Or you were just joking, or you're just saying the word casually. Anyway, I feel like it seems kind of edited in a way that's interesting, and I'm not clear, like, did you really
She
just not
lit no, but
explain
hold
nothing?
on. He literally said she did nothing. That's one thing I can't say that we got out of it. He said she did nothing to deserve that. Nothing. So I get your point, but it doesn't make any sense if she didn't do anything. I really understand your point you're trying to drive here, but what I'm saying is that he said in his own words, she didn't do anything to deserve it. So then, even if there is content like you stated, editing, maybe we didn't see some stuff, but he didn't say there's more to the story or she said this. No, he was like, no, she didn't do anything. So regardless of how he said it, it still was stank. It still was unnecessary. Why add all that on for what? That's all I'm saying. I don't get it. And I even said I get defending yourself. I said this last time to a point. Some people, hold on, hold on. I didn't know. I think Chad, I sent y'all the wrong link. I cannot believe this. Oh my lord. Hold on. I sent everybody the wrong link. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me go back to Instagram. He said him sitting here waiting. I was like, oh shit. Let me find him. Where is Chaz? Okay. All right. So, Erica, I do understand the point that, and I hope he comes on here. He's a man. I want to hear his opinion. Um, I understand your
I
point.
just feel like it's edited. I don't feel like it's clear, and I
No,
feel like
but so Erica, do you really? Okay, Erica. So I have to ask you because you are a woman. So are you telling me that you agree, even if he let's say he said it casually or being joking or whatever? Do you agree with him saying that?
no, I don't agree with him saying it, but I don't know if it's like, you know, it's so super deep. I mean, I feel like Tommy would have set him aside and talked to him if it was that big of a thing. But I
Well,
don't, yeah, I mean, I don't agree with it, no. But it's like, people. There's a lot of things people, a lot of,
well, I'm gonna tell
you
you,
know.
Tommy has had conversations with cats before. It was on camera though. I'm just telling you, I know for a fact. So if Tommy
Mhm.
feels that a man is being not gentlemanlike or whatever, he will talk to them behind the scenes, but it's not gonna be on camera. So it has happened, and that conversation probably happened as well, even with the fake fro. So I'm just saying it has happened. We just don't always see that.
Well, no, that's
It-
what I'm saying. I feel it has happened, but
okay, okay, got you. Sorry.
yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I think Tommy would talk to him. I mean, I don't think it's, yeah, like I don't agree with it, but there's a lot of ways people talk, you know what I'm saying? People use it in a lot of people use words that I'm like, oh,
Right.
or whatever. So I agree. I think that he's sort of a little silly with his and loose with his language anyway. So, I don't think it's as deep as people are making, but I don't agree with it. No, But
No.
also, I mean, and
Go
then
ahead.
also, I think it depends on how it was used. That's to me. I feel like okay, if
But
someone,
Erica,
you know,
okay, so to me it's like this. Okay, so I don't know. Calling a woman that word, whether you are a woman or a male, it's so people do take offense by that word. It's a profanity. That's all I'm saying. I mean, I understand what you're
I mean,
saying. I'm not trying to be a
I
prude or
agree,
anything,
it is
but
profanity, but I also feel like sometimes people do use it casually, and it's not
oh my god.
always meant as an insult. Is all I'm saying.
No,
And
I said the same thing. I said there are women who call each other that word, right? Like that's just a thing that they do. But again, for me, I feel like, and I'm gonna say this again, that um it was a trash situation. I feel like the only reason why he apologized because it was actually exposed. Whether he was joking, being casual, I do not think he would have apologized if he knew it came out. I'm sorry.
well, I mean, if he didn't get back to her, then would he need to apologize?
Say it again.
I said if he never got back to her, it
Well, yeah,
wasn't
this is what I'm trying to say.
he need to
Girl. Oh my God.
apologize. She would
Erica,
never know.
obviously. So that's what I'm saying. Wait a minute. How you say it's
But
not
if that's
working?
how he talks and that's how he acts, then that's how he. But I get what you're saying. And, I think he learned his lesson, or maybe hopefully he'll uplift his vocabulary or whatever. But I mean, I don't know.
You say you do, you say you don't know.
I said,
Mm.
I hope he uplifts his vocabulary, but I just don't think it's as deep as they're making it. But it's like, okay.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I'm trying to get him to. He's like it's not working unless it's the same link that I sent you. I'm not sure. Cause you see me in the background, don't you? Wait a minute. I'm back here twice. Oh no, I'm not. Am I not in the right live?
Are we live? Maybe we're just
No, no,
talking
no. We
right
are
now.
live. No, oh, I ain't got time for you. Okay, there we go. No, I'm in. We're live. We are actually live. Okay, so because here I am. Here I am. Oop. Oh, no.
I'm just saying people do use it in a way that's joking and funny. and people do use it in a way that's derogatory. And I do feel like the intention behind it makes a difference. That's all I'm saying.
I understand what you're saying, Erica, and maybe I'm old school with this. Maybe I'm just old school with this. I just think that it was unnecessary. Like the
Yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely
honestly.
unnecessary. And I think given the class of women that you're dealing with, you shouldn't have said it. And then that's what I'm saying. Who did you say it to? I still feel like there's context missing. But you're right. He didn't clarify. He just fell on the sword. So that just makes him really just look
Not,
like
he-
a jerk,
not, the,
really.
not the slings and arrows.
He's just like, well, let me just now I look bad.
Oh my god.
Let me just blatantly
Oh.
apologize. And he didn't really give any sort of explanation. So it's like,
At
okay, now you
all.
just look like a jerk.
Yes. Yes. Because to me, he should have gave more content to say this is why this is happening. Some I don't know.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Something.
Like to me, there could be like to me, regardless, there has to be an explanation, right? So, like you said, he said, well, she didn't do anything to me. Well, if she didn't do anything to me, if so you're just calling people bees
Yep.
for what? That didn't do anything to you, or that didn't rub you the wrong way, or just didn't say anything to offend you.
Exactly.
Were you in a bad mood? Did you just get hit by a car? Like what happened that
Hmm.
you would say something, or were you just joking?
Yes. Come on, King.
She took it another way. Like he needed to provide context to me or the editors or whoever, and that was never provided. So I still was kind of like, what? So I appreciate you apologizing, especially if it hurt her, but why did you
Hold on.
why? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like there still was never a real explanation behind it. But maybe it'll come out. I guess like you said, when he does the interview tour or whatever, I guess it will come out.
I'm pretty sure not will not be with me. But again, once again, I don't give a damn. But the whole point that I'm trying to make is that whatever he says, I'm not even gonna be sure if I'm gonna talk about it, to be honest. I'm not sure. But what I will say is he does, and I'm not gonna say he owes anybody because he doesn't. He doesn't have to say anything. But the question is out there, bro. What's happening here? You okay, hold on, let me see if I can he's here now. Let me see.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, maybe
Chaz,
he can
hey,
clarify it for himself.
come on,
Hey, good
Tree.
morning.
Hello, hello. Soul
Hey,
Train's in the building. So, Chaz, we have a mail here. So, sorry about the wrong link. I sent everyone the wrong link. But anyway, we've been on here for about 48 minutes. So, we ain't going to be here too long more. But I do want to hear your opinion, honestly, about him calling her the B word. So, this is my opinion, and she gave hers. Mine was this. I felt like he only fell on his sword, as Erica said, because it was coming out. The way he responded to Christina for telling or exposing him or whatever, him getting so upset that he even stated in his own confessional, "Oh, I know it's crazy that I'm getting upset and I said something disrespectful, but she should have came and asked me." I'm like, "What? No, sir. That's not how that worked. You messed up and you got exposed and you were upset about it. That's the only reason why you was like, oh, I'm going to apologize. I'm so sorry." And then no, So come on, Chad, give me your opinion about the whole thing.
you're
Yes.
not gonna you're not gonna like my opinion.
I'm sure I'm not.
I really liked his apology. I
I
liked the
know I
way,
like that part. I did.
yeah.
Now I did like his apology. I honestly did. It was when he got to Christina where it threw me off. Go ahead, Chaz. I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I just thought he handled it correctly. He addressed it head on. I'm sure he was tipped off. He knew the ladies had talked about it, so it was
Come
going to
on,
be something that
Erica. Told you.
he had to address right away. But he did handle it the right way. He could have like handled it the sharp way, but he handled it the grown man way. So I think he did good right there. Regarding him using the word as a whole, um, I don't believe we're the sum of our worst moments. That was a worst moment to be put on TV saying something like that.
Mhm.
So I'm not going to crucify him. He did apologize, but I hope he learned from it. He does have a daughter. And if I had a daughter and someone called my daughter the B word, like it's on, especially on a national TV show.
Right. Come on.
So like I just feel like he handled it correctly. I hope he learned from this and I hope he really refrains from using that word going forward.
So Okay, so and I agree with you and Erica on those parts like that as well. I'm pretty sure it was a life lesson, and I love how Lauren responded to it. But and as you stated, Chad, I love how you said that you said that the reason why he probably got heads up from somebody like, hey, yeah, the girls was talking about it. He was like, let me clean it up. I 100% agree. I do not, and I told Edgar this. I don't think he would either. And I agree where she said as well after the fact, but I did not think he was going to ever apologize. He only did because he was about to be exposed. The apology was nice, as I stated. But what I will say is this: what Erica brought to a good point, and what we discussed, what was the content behind that? Most time, people will give the explanation during the apology or confessional. During the confessional to us, he says, "Oh yeah, she didn't do anything. She didn't deserve to be called that word." And to me, Erica's point, we were like, "Then why, if you even said it, then?" Chaz, any response to that?
I don't talk about ladies that way or women that way. So I don't know how you can say that
Mhm.
in any. I don't know. I can't. We need to talk to him. I think you said he was upset with you, right?
He said, "Well, I'll tell you, I don't know what the actual thing. I don't know if my got in his ear, one of my haters, or something like probably so. And I don't care. I actually don't. But it's probably one of my haters that got in his ear because I could say something like I knew for a fact he wanted to talk to me, but I know somebody probably said something. But you know, I have haters everywhere. It's all good. They hate that I get interviews and all this type of stuff, and they just hate. So I don't know, nor do I care because I'm gonna still do my commentary and speak how I speak and not change not a damn thing.
Right.
I literally thought Vince was super cool, and I still think that he has a light side to him. I say he had a nervous thing where he does his joking thing because he gets. I feel like he gets nervous, and that's what I said in the last time. But I just feel like that this doesn't make any sense, and I really love what Erica said. Like, what was behind? Why'd you say it? Because as she stated, Erica, what'd you say? You said casual. What'd you say, Erica?
Okay,
I'm sorry.
so Chaz, you're not one of those people,
He's not.
but I have met people in a certain situation,
Oh
certain
no.
club, certain whatever, where they throw out the word "be," the N word, certain words
Mm-hmm.
some people use casually.
Mm-hmm.
They don't necessarily use it derogatory. And sometimes they might even be like, that's my B. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So it depends on how the person, you know, their vernacular. I'll put it like that. So you could say something like that, or someone could rub you a wrong way and say that person is acting like a B, right? So there's definitely different ways people use that word, and not
Right.
saying that either is correct, and not saying that a man using it against a woman is correct or that I agree with
It's
it,
trash.
but I would want to know the context. And to me, I feel like if I was apologizing, I would give that context, because if
But
she did,
Yeah,
if she
exactly.
didn't do anything,
he gave you context when he was exposed
No,
for
he didn't.
using. No, no, listen. When he was exposed for using that word, that's context. This is speed dating, and we need all the information we can get on everyone going through this process. If he's
right?
referring to women casually as the B word, that needed to come out as quickly as it has. I do still
Exactly.
think he handled
Yeah.
it correctly, but if you're on a dating show and you're really trying, if you really say you're looking for love, you're not
Mm-hmm.
walking around calling women the B word.
Right.
Right. I agree with that. And that
I
and
agree with
that's
you.
I agree with that part too. Because I was like, well, if he used it casually or he's joking too much, then he's too loose with his words anyway. So I
Yeah.
agree with that.
I don't. I'll say this as well. If he's that loose with words like that, and that's how he talks to women, that might be his character in real life. Maybe the show kind of humbled him, and I understand what you guys are saying. You guys are giving him a life goat. Y'all are giving him a lot of grace over here, but and I get we are in 2025, all that shit. I get all that, right? But y'all know me, I roll. I'm old school Louisiana girl slash Texas. Southern, and yeah, look, I get females calling. I heard somebody say today that somebody's a bitch. I heard that today. I swear about a woman. So I did hear that. So to Erica's point, I heard it literally today. And
But
so no, but hold on, Travis. I don't necessarily even agree with even doing that, even though I've done it myself as a woman. I'm not gonna sit here and be like I'm trying to shy away and say I haven't. I try not to be honest. And the N word, I try not to use that at all. But I just don't. And you said content was him being exposed. No, the content that we're speaking of is when people do reality TV shows. And I've done this for freaking over 7 to 10 years. When you are doing an apology tour, you do it through interviews, you do it through your confessional, and you do it at the apology. Because at the apology, you get the content behind why I said it. He did not give any of that. I get this editing, but nothing that he stated said why he said that. Especially, they didn't have an altercation. There was no beef. He literally said she did nothing.
That's
It
why
makes
I'm
no
saying.
sense.
That's why I'm saying it's context. That's why I'm saying like it doesn't make sense. They didn't explain how it was, how he said it, and why he said it. So therefore, this is part of his character.
Well, I'm sorry, it's trash. So, I mean,
Well, I'm sorry, Vince. You got the wrong edit, man.
that wasn't the edit. That was real life. He got exposed and he had to say what the hell he said. That fool was pissed off at who was it? He was pissed off completely at Christina and called her all type of words. Now, with that being said, let's talk about Christina real quick. And Chaz, I got to hear your opinion about this, because sir, I know that online people gonna probably be really tearing her up. Now, Christina literally said, I ain't got time. I want a massage. You couldn't give it to me and all this stuff. And Chris was like, hold up, you told 3 different suitors. And well, Chris said he could afford it for whatever reason. And that's, hey, it's whatever. But give me your opinion about the massage. Because he thought that was crazy that she brought it up to 3 other people. And he didn't know that. So what are your thoughts, sir?
About his reaction to it, or just
Well,
her
all of it.
behavior?
Yes, all of it. Because he says she wants the bag.
Yeah, I mean, she does want the bag. It gave very much gold digger. I think it's sad that she leads with "What can you do for me?" and she's comparing whatever can be done to her to the 36-year marriage that her parents have.
Okay, well, first of all,
Is
I'm gonna
that
tell you
what she
something.
said?
Oh, well, yeah, but I'm gonna tell you something. I actually saw her parents and her family, and I'm gonna say this. I know people are gonna drag her, right? But I'm gonna say this. I saw the same thing, and I saw her family, and that's a beautiful family, man. Her parents gave me Claire and Cliff Huxtable. I saw my video. I was up close and everything, and so for me,
So where did she
I
learn that money
what
talk from,
wait well hold
Martin
on
or
well look,
Shanae?
look what you know what Cat, stop it. When my parents, how I was raised, my dad took care of literally everything. My mother also worked as well. I'm not gonna say she didn't, but my dad was like the breadwinner. He just took care of the whole family. When you are raised in that type of environment as a young lady, you do have that. As I get married again or whatever, sorry, get married at all, the expectation. I'm not saying that it doesn't always mix well compute with today's man, but I do understand where she's coming from. That's all you knew your whole life. You saw a love and marriage of your parents and saw what your dad did.
Queen, no, 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 no. She's known these people now for maybe 2 weeks and 3 days. And it's acceptable to be asking these people for
No,
$300
no, hold
for
on.
a massage?
Wait. I didn't say I would have done that as me as a woman. No, I would not have asked that question for somebody I just met. Don't think I would have asked it at all. Period. Not early. So no, I pay for my own feet. Whatever I'm doing, I pay for my own stuff. And if I have a fiance, but I pay for I make the money to do all that. So I do understand what you're saying from the chat. I'm just trying to paint that picture. That's all I'm doing. I'm not saying that I agree, because her asking 3 suitors who she just met for a massage, no, I would have done that. But she
Yeah.
owns her own stuff. She wants that's how she
Does
was.
she own her own stuff?
No. What I'm saying is she's not afraid to tell the world this is who I am, is what I want. If I don't get it, I
That
can't
should
be with you.
no, that's concerning because you have no shame. If you can beg and plead for people to sing, like, say, I need a massage, go get a massage. You're asking 3 guys that you barely know for $300 for a massage, and you think that's
Okay.
acceptable?
Okay, so now
Erica.
here's okay, one thing. I when she was explaining it and comparing and telling Bella or whatever, first of all, if she sent a text saying I need a massage, I'm not sure why anyone who wasn't interested in her wouldn't have been like, okay, I'll come over and give you a massage. That's the first thing. I was like, okay, did she say she needed $300 or was she being freaky? That's one thing. The second thing though was that I don't know how her parents are taking strays because she's out here gold digging. They have a relationship. They have a full-blown marriage, okay? So yes, her father was a provider, and you can have, my parents were provider. I'm not out here saying I need, what I'm saying? To me, she's coming off as a gold digger. And if she, even if, what I'm saying, and not really a very good gold digger, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, it's like, all right,
wow.
Because now that's what everybody is seeing. And then the way she's, well, maybe you don't understand because I need you to take care of me or whatever. And it's like, okay, so now, if you come after, what I'm saying, you know what you're gonna get when you come to guys like that, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. To me, maybe it's a bad edit, but it wasn't until whatever today she mentioned she got her parents into it, and I'm like, wait, what they got to do? Because if they've been together for 40 years, they should have raised you better.
Well, like I said, I'm just telling you what I saw. The family unit, the unit. I even think that it's this thing about it in Detroit. Her brother, I can't think of his name, is like a known celebrity. So I'm just trying to picture out a picture that when I was in Detroit, her family, they're like a, like I'm saying, a celebrity status in Detroit, and they're known. He's known outside Detroit as well. So
I'm
not.
Yeah, my family would be.
I'm just painting that picture.
Family would be like, wait, what, Erica? You should have high standards. Absolutely. You should want to marry a man that is a provider. Absolutely. Okay. But if you just met somebody sending them text messages like you need them to pay for stuff.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say this.
My mom would have went off for me too. I ain't gonna lie to you. My mom be like, I know you didn't. I would have got a whole Louisiana mom text message and a phone call. Like, girl, I know you ain't on TV asking for a massage. You can pay for your own massage. I would have,
you know what? What's sad? Like, she just met these people. Like, my now wife. One of the things she told me recently, I didn't even realize I did this. I never gave her any money when we were dating and courting. But now that she's my wife, she has access to everything. Okay. And I don't care.
Right.
And I think someone like Christina is so short-sighted. She's gonna miss out on a man that knows how to. A smart man would have taken that $300 and bought like a stock or an investment or just something to multiply that. Not just give it away for the sake of you to go lay down for 45 minutes.
Well, no, I go to what Erica said. A man would have said, okay, what time are you gonna be ready for massage?
And they could have said
no, hold on, wait, hold on. What time are you ready for massage? And to go what Erica said, would have went to the store, went to a fancy ass store, got all kind of different things to give her massage, bath, spa, whatever. You understand what I'm saying? At her crib.
But they may have said, what I'm saying is that they could have said,
or his crib or whatever,
and it didn't air. They could have said that. Mm-hmm. I don't think they didn't.
She said that. It. Well, no, she said, Chris said he couldn't afford it. She said I forgot, Devin is the one that actually said, I can't give you $300, but I'll send you $190. And then Bella was the one that didn't answer.
I wouldn't answer either.
Well, what I'm saying is they all gave a response, and she told the response. Nobody denied what they said. It was what was said. Chris said he couldn't do it. She said she understood that. Bella didn't respond or whatever. And then I think it was Devin who offered to and sent or cashed after I think $200, whatever it was.
So all I can say to Christina is sprinkle. That's all I have to say. Christina is sprinkle.
All I'm gonna say is
I'm confused.
Christina can run very fast in high heels. That's all I'm gonna say about Christina.
Both of you guys are confusing. So, and I haven't even had anything in my body, nothing. I'm like super sober, and I still don't.
There's someone on YouTube and whatever the TikTok who talks about how gold diggers should do, and her theme is sprinkle, and I feel like Christina must be watching those videos. So Christina, you are watching those videos, and you're doing fine for that. But if
And
you're
she
looking for
changed
love, then that's it. This is a different show. Okay, that's
and
all I'm saying.
she changed her name to like sound like a liquor, like Enna. Like it's a liquor. Like she has all the highlights and hallmarks of
Oh my God. Wow.
And
All
maybe
right.
it's a bad edit. I'm gonna put it on production again. Maybe it's the interns taking over. Sometimes they take over and
Not
they
the
just
interns.
run
Go give me
amok.
some coffee.
So maybe it's the interns taking over, Christina, but you need to, focus on if you're looking for the marriage that your parents had, then say that. But all this talk about who's who, and then on top of that, okay, you sent out the text, you asked for the 300 or whatever from men you randomly know. And to me,
Oh
what would you
God.
think they would expect if they spent the 300? I'm just asking, Christina. But
Jesus
okay,
Christ.
so they don't expect nothing. They're just randomly throwing the money out. So why the need to tell each person what the other person offered? Like, is it an auction? I am confusion. Okay.
So Bello was kind of like, wait, hold on. Shoot, this stupid computer. Oh my God, my computer is tripping. I said, Bello, why is it doing this? Hold on. It won't let me. I don't know why my thing is tripping. I'm sorry, y'all.
Is it an auction? I am confused.
I just think that Bello was kind of like he's into Dom.
Your call is very important to us.
That's when
Please
she
hold.
said the text message about the massage. That was Bella's response. He was like, "I'm not even. I don't have the bandwidth," and he probably had the money to do it. I bet you if Dom asked him, I'm gonna be real. I bet you if Dom asked him for massage money, this fool talking about getting her a whole business. Now he in tonight's episode, Bella pretty much said he wants to help her with her shop and everything. So it's a choice. He could have probably paid for it. It probably would have been no problem. He just didn't want to for whatever the
well, I
reason.
think the difference is Dominique didn't ask either. Like,
No, she didn't. She
you
didn't.
know
I
what I'm
agree.
saying? Like there's a difference in a woman that can make things happen for themselves and then the guy wants to do something in addition
Mm-hmm.
to that versus a woman testing if
Mm-hmm.
it'll be done for her.
No, I not testing. I do
Yeah.
under. I
She didn't know who
do.
was gonna answer. She's like, and this is how I'm weeding. If that's how
Oh my
you're weeding
lord!
cats out, like,
Not cats. What? Oh, I forgot. We were in the Motown. We are in the
hey, like
Detroit.
cats, simps, everything's going on right now.
Let's groove tonight. I mean, I just
And that's the thing. I mean, I
too
think
much
that's
is
the
happening.
difference. It's want someone who's going to provide for you, who's going to offer something. You don't want to have to send out test feelers when you need your bills paid. Like it's just a
Wow.
different thing.
Wow.
Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Like, if my wife sent me a text saying, "Oh, my back hurts, I need a massage," I'm not doing my job. I should have already paid attention to the fact that my wifey needs a massage. She doesn't have to ask.
A woman, okay, so I understand your point that a woman should not have to ask,
Uh,
but in reality, a lot of women have to say what they want. Now, I mean, I get that some men are attentive and they, whatever, but that's not always the case. Men drop the ball, don't pay attention. Next thing you know, she's asking for a massage. Now, with that being said, I still go back to Eric's point. I love the home. I mean, getting a massage and paid for professionally, it's not all the credit to be. And I've had them, but I'm just saying that if your man is your man, and maybe they're not at that point yet. It's kind of early, like I said earlier. But I'm going to get some scrub. Or no, he gonna get some scrub. My bad. He gonna get some scrub. He gonna get the bath going. Dinner is cooked. I take my shoes off. He massaging me. It's a romantic night. We put Netflix and chill. I'm older now. I ain't gotta do all the extra stuff we can do right here at the house. But again, they're very early in their situation, so I understand why. But I liked what Erica said. Like, why do you just come over to massage?
I tell you what, if you get a massage in Napa Valley, it'll change your life.
Really?
Oh yes,
Wait, this
yes.
where is this? Well, you talking about Napa Valley? Like Napa Valley? That
Cal-
actually
California, yeah,
California. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
outside of San Fran,
Mm.
unremarkable, life changing.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll
Find me
definitely-
one. Find me one here in Texas because I'm not flying for a very long time. So I have anxiety. Find me one here in Texas, and yeah, because the one I was treated to, child to Tequila. I never told her this, but after the massage, I was like, yeah, no. I literally was like, I'm never doing this again. The lady that massaged me, I had a good time with the ambiance and the things after the fact and before, but the massage, I felt like I got beat up by a football player. I was like, I am never doing this again. So some people tell me all the time, do it again somewhere else. I'm just like, I don't know. So y'all,
Okay, so
I don't know.
let me ask you guys this. All right, so because I think I don't know. I mean, I was totally kind of turned off this episode by Christina, but
Okay.
who knows? Now, how do you all feel about Donna trying to pop lock it, pop lock it back and act like now I don't know, I'm not sure what she's.
Okay, so what I will say is, Donna,
I don't know why she feels like people don't understand her.
Okay, so the last episode, I thought that Donna came off a bit harsh. I'm sorry. She came in, first of all, when she, and I want Chaz to respond to this also. It's a good question, Erica. When Donna came at Darius, to me, I was like, why? It was unnecessary. Then she said, all the girls feel that way. Flash forward to the confessional. I love Darius. I love Darius. I love Darius. Ma'am, what are you talking about? It's just you that feel that way, mama. Just you. Then when the man cries and talks about the story behind his mother, which is a beautiful story, by the way, about how he got into fashion, then you're like, oh, I see Darius in a different light. So I don't understand, Donna. Chaz, your thoughts?
I think maybe Donna, like, so in this process, right, you have to assess who you're interested in very quickly.
Okay.
And maybe she just misread him. And, she heard some stuff. So she went to him and he was kind of like, I'm not really receiving this because I don't believe this is real. But I do think she's misread. Like, she comes off very astute. Almost, is she a teacher? What is she?
She did mention, but I remember she said when they had to bring something to Shannon's party, she said she used to be over a dance. I thought it was pretty cool that she was over a dance school because she had a cheerleader pom-pom. And even tonight, I thought she looked beautiful in that blue dress. I loved her look. I thought she was super pretty. So I don't know. Like to Erica's point, she was different than what we saw the first time. And I know, of course, we all say editing. I do get that, but she was completely different tonight than she was the other night. Do you agree or no, Chaz?
I think she was okay. I think she is misunderstood. I think people are misreading her religion statement. Her statement.
I didn't have a problem with that. I didn't really have
I
an
didn't
issue
either.
with
I
that.
thought that she didn't say anything wrong. She simply said she's willing to follow. However, she wants herself and her children to discover God for themselves. And any real Christian, real believer, or just believer in God,
Right.
any God, whatever you want to call him,
Right.
which should be okay with that. Like if you are talking about I'm the man, we gotta follow Jesus Christ, like that's
Okay. So religion is hard, but the thing about it is, this is what I'm saying about that. I think that Donna, I didn't have no issue at all with her making her statement that she made, and with his statement in her response, I didn't have a problem with that either. A man does not have to go with what she's saying, especially if he feels a way about religion. Because some people will go to the end. Hey, I'm not marrying her because of her beliefs of religion. It happens. I'd rather you tell me this and we get married and we have conflict every other Sunday when I don't want to do your Jewish thing, but I'm going to Sunday service. I'm just saying religion can get tricky, is what I'm saying. So I don't have an issue with what she's saying. I feel
if
like
you let it, she's saying she's not gonna let it.
right.
She's not gonna let religion get tricky in a relationship that she's in. Your boy is saying if the religion isn't this way, it's gonna be tricky. So they're
No,
saying
I
two
don't have a
different
problem with
things.
either one. I'm saying I don't have a problem with either one of them because they're saying how they feel. And I just like I know that people have a problem with Christina. To me, live in your truth. If that's how you feel, stand in it. I understand that it's extreme and people don't like what she says as far as the money part. My fiance was saying myself, he was clapping when I think it was Devin who said, was it Devin, I believe, that said she's just looking for a coin, a check. And then for Bello, he made a
I think that
response
was
saying,
Vince. Vince said that.
Vince,
Devin
no,
gave the
no, 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 no,
$300.
no, 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 no. It was Chris. I'm so sorry. Chris was the one who did say he had no money. So when she mentioned it to Chris, I was surprised she said it, to be honest. But she mentioned it to Chris. Chris was like, "Wait a minute, you told told what I did or didn't do. Then you asked 3 other guys. He did not like that. He thought that was odd. And he was like, what?
That is odd.
No, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When she first said it, I was like, I didn't understand where she was coming from, why she did it. As far as me, I'm an older woman, so for me, it's like, and maybe I'm just I've been at the game for a long time, but I didn't understand that. If I'm meeting guys, let's say I'm single even now, and I'm getting to know different gentlemen, I'm not asking for anything. I work very hard at what I do. I can pay for everything I pretty much need. So I'm not gonna ask anybody. Now, like just like Chad said about him and his wife, they spoke and said, I never gave her anything. But now obviously the floodgates are open. She
It's
can have
all hers.
access. She can have, see how he said that, period. But the thing about it is she wasn't asking for it. And that's a character for Chad. Like, okay, she never asked me for a dime. And so for him, it's like, I don't care if she asks my money now because
And can I
Go
speak
ahead.
on that point real
Go
fast?
ahead, please. Go ahead, please,
Because
please.
for a lot of wealthy black men, especially, if we feel you want us for what we have over us, we don't want that. So like a lot of us are getting older, still single. Ain't nothing wrong with us. I have a lot of highly more successful black male friends than me that are single, but they're not going to
Interesting.
compromise on that. So if money is that important to you, you're missing out. Because my girl, she's got the lucky charms. Like whatever she wants, she has no worries for the rest of her life. And if I was on this season, I would have failed her test. And I'm glad I would have failed her test. Because that's not the type of woman I want in my life.
Wow. What's your thoughts on that, Erica? That's crazy.
No,
Not-
I mean, I agree. Because to me, I feel like if you, on both ends, like that's not the type of person I think someone of quality would want as their wife. And then also to me, if you are monetizing who you are, then how do you expect people to really treat you?
Damn, monetizing. Woo!
That's
So
good though.
that's I
good.
mean, that's how you coming at somebody. So when they treat you like what you are presenting, then they wrong, right? So to me, it's like, okay, if you don't act like you want something deeper than the money, not saying that money isn't important or that you don't want to
Well,
provide.
no, okay.
But
Come
she
on.
acting like she on Harry Hines.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Chaz, no, sir. Because everybody don't know what Harry Hines is unless you're from Dallas. So please stop. Oh my God.
Chef
Jesus.
mentor.
I need you to. Oh my God.
Nope.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is this, because since my girl brought it up, money does make the world go round. And if you're being transparent and you're being honest, um, everybody feels differently about money. Me myself, I do work hard for my money. I make good money, especially now. But in my opinion, do I want a guy that's not making much money? Probably not. I'm not saying that I can't. You can't fall in love with my big less than you. It happens every day, but I do have a preference. If I'm bringing in a bag, you're bringing in a bag. Period. Would I love to be a full-time blogger at home doing this every day? I literally have emails from NBC, CBS. I have to turn down sometimes because of my job. Not mad at it. My job is a blessing, right? But understand, I want to do this full time. So I'm not. Everybody's different. I'm not trying to say I want to be at home like the girls on Harry Hines or in Oak Cliff with the bonnet on the Walmart getting food stamps, chilling. Nothing like that. I have a career as a journalist, legit, and I would love to do this full time. But legit, who could do that full time? You have to have a job. So I work a job that's very demanding, and still I do interviews with high networks because eventually that is going to pay off. So when Bello offered Dom, I want to help you with your shop. To me, I love that for Dom. I love that for Bello. It kind of reminded me of what Chaz was saying. She didn't ask for it, but he offered it anyway. I thought it was a beautiful moment.
And see,
Go ahead, Chaz.
that is what she has to learn. Christina has to learn that. Because Dominique is given a master class in a kept woman. And I
Damn.
don't mean like kept woman in terms
I know
of
what you're
she's trying to be
saying.
taken care of.
Right.
I mean,
Because she's
she's
not. She's
handling
works
her
really hard.
business.
Mm-hmm.
She's not acting like she needs somebody, a man in her life.
Mm-hmm.
She wants a man, but she's okay without a man. Like she's
Yeah,
handling
she
business.
is.
She's giving a master class in
Wow.
just being an exceptional woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Christina can learn a lot from her.
Jesus
And
Christ.
also, I would.
No, I don't. No. I'm not. I mean that like just.
I know what you're
from a-
saying.
yeah.
But
But-
also,
but-
I would say this too. On that as well is that because to me, I felt like Christina, when she first brought the whole massage thing to Bello, I felt like it was to check him because he was showing so much attention to Dominique that last week in front of her face.
It was.
So that's how this whole,
You're right.
and she even ended up playing herself even more because now you, whatever little halfway in you had, you burnt the bridge trying to because you felt that's why she really told Bello about the massage and who said what and he didn't respond and he's down at the whatever because she saw how much attention he was giving to Dominique. So and it's like and she didn't and whatever she didn't learn from that week to this week because now she's still talking about the money instead of realizing like that is not, even if that's your belief or whatever, you need to stop talking about it. Like, to be honest, if you're here on Ready to Love, okay.
But the thing about it is the people that we see over the years, and when I say years, because I know because me and Eric have been doing this for a while, and Chaz, you've been doing it too. But and I've been doing it longer than both of y'all. To be honest, women in Ready to Love, they probably in the past, I hope I don't come at me in DM, have felt the way she felt, but didn't say it. So you have to give her some grace because
you want to marry a
hold on.
provider.
But no,
yes,
Erica,
but
hold on. No, hold
nobody's
on.
like, you got to pay my.
No,
you know
Erica, I'm not because she makes her own money. I will say this on the side, but she
Who?
is very transparent. Hold on, Eric. I'm sorry, Christina. But she's saying how she feels. How
No.
many women? No, how many women? And we really gotta be transparent and honest about this. You gotta be for real. How many women feel this way and don't say it? Because either
Queen,
they
I can't let you say this.
No,
I
no,
can't.
no, Chaz, you're not a woman. And I've had many discussions about this. There are women who feel this way, who have money, who have whatever. They just choose not to say it because society is going to judge them as people are judging her now. I have to look at all sides. Y'all know me. I'm gonna look at all. I'm listening to you guys, literally, and understanding and receiving it, agreeing. But in reality, Chad, you're not a woman. Women feel this way.
I don't have to be a woman to answer this question.
Hold on, Chad, not all. But I didn't say a question, sir. I said there are women who feel this way and choose not to say or respond like Christina is because they're not living the truth and they're worried to be judged. Christina don't give a shit. That's all I'm trying to say. Go ahead.
And Christina's gonna end up with shit because she doesn't give a shit. Your relationship with money is very telling. It's extremely telling. And when you request money so loosely and you spend it so loosely, I don't want to like that tells me you're a loose woman in a lot of ways.
Wow.
Not just from a monetary standpoint, possibly spiritual and physical as well, and mental. I don't have time for a woman like that. I think anyone who didn't fall for that, like Bello, that's a man right there. He had nothing to prove. You don't have, if you know who you are, trust me, when I go in any room and sit at any table and they realize who I am, I don't have to prove that. She's asking you to prove, who are you, Inna? Who are you? And I don't mean that from, I'm talking down to you, because I feel the same way about myself. I don't know who I am to think that I can demand something like that of someone else. So who are you?
Ooh, y'all get super deep over here.
Yeah, and I agree. I mean, I think it's one thing to say, I think as a woman, you have standards. I agree that you want a provider, you want someone who's going to take care of you the way you saw your mom getting taken care of. But I know her mom didn't talk to men the way she did. Like I know she did not,
Right.
and been married for 40 years. Like that's just not. And I don't even think she was really raised like that, really. So I'm not sure if it's. I'll put it again on production, but because to me, I think it's one thing to say that you have standards and you want men to be able to provide, and you don't want anybody who's broke, and you don't want the man who who's we already been through, who didn't have the car and all that other stuff. I get that, but that's totally different than sending out a
Like
text
last
message
season.
and trying to rope in dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like
Efficiency.
you know what I mean? It's different than sending out a mass text to rope in money. I'm sorry.
Not
Like
girl, not a
Yeah,
group text.
it was a
Hey, I need a
dog.
massage.
It was a ready to love GoFundMe.
right,
Oh
exactly.
my God, y'all doing
And,
a lot.
and you're funding a massage. Like I just so girl, come on. And it's too early. It's too early. Okay.
She's like, this is Christmas morning. I'm sending out these text messages, baby. I'll need a massage.
Right.
$300.
She's like, I could get eliminated at any moment. Let me get my dollars. Like they're not paying me
Y'all,
enough to be on the
She was
show.
like, look,
Let me
this
get my money
$750
in.
per episode ain't working, baby.
oh
Exactly.
my
Let me
God.
get half my money right now, right here with this text message.
Oh Jesus, I can't stand either one of y'all. I want to put it out there. Don't like you
But
doing them.
you know what? That's why. Have you seen her Black Friday haul?
Wait, no, I have not.
You
Obviously,
haven't
you
seen all
have.
the stuff she bought for Black Friday?
What's wrong with the? Just tell me, 'cause I didn't see it. So
So
what's?
she just spent a lot of money that I'm sure she sent text messages to get to like.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Well, at least somebody's responding. So here we are. See, maybe we're the haters. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe.
I stand on what I said, and that's pretty much where I'm gonna stay. Where I'm
But
at.
I will say this about Donna is that I think I liked what she said. I thought she was spiritual. I thought she was clear. I don't think she was necessarily misunderstood, but I do feel like the people who are really like, I want my wife to, especially today when she was like, I don't believe in Jesus. I was like, oh, okay, that's a lot
It
right
was a
there.
lot.
That's a
That
lot
was
for
a
people
lot. Yeah.
who
It was.
don't
It
believe in
was.
Jesus.
Chaz, you
But
forgot about
then,
that part, Chaz.
you know what I'm saying? But
I
last
take
week
it
the
back.
Muslim and
That
the
is a lot.
pastor's daughter was together. So I'm not sure where we are with religion on this particular show, but so I mean, I think she has to. I think the way they handle that, they didn't really connect in the conversation because I was like, what are you trying to convince him of?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? If he
Yeah,
says he
really.
believes in Jesus and you don't, then that could be a deal
I
breaker.
mean, but there are people that believe in Jesus, and there's people that believe in Jesus,
True.
and there's people that believe in Ehus. So,
Some
like,
it's a lot. It's a lot different. No. I mean, I get where both of y'all coming from, but when she said I don't believe in Jesus, I was just like, ma'am, I don't know if I can.
yeah,
So I
I
mean,
felt the
but
unctioning. I felt the unction in my spirit when she said
look,
that.
I was just like, oh my God, what? But again, we don't know. Everybody has a different perspective on the religion. We all know that. Whether they're atheists, whether whatever. And
And we've
I'm
all
not gonna.
been all of that, right, throughout our religious
I mean,
walk.
look, hey, I have had. Oh my God. So yes, I agree with you, Chad. We've all had those times where it's like, especially when my dad passed away. Dear God,
Hmm.
them 3 years. Oh wow, I just literally was like, oh okay. So yeah, I understand what you're saying, Chaz, with that, and even with her comment, people do just kind of stop believing. And in this period that we're in, with what's his name, with the orange face guy, all the things going on. It's a lot going on in this world, the weather, the sicknesses, whatever, and it's a lot. So religion is not the go-to that it used to be. So people are now saying, and people of color, religion was the thing. They'll say, don't go to a
Right.
psychiatrist, go to church. This has
When
changed in this
listen,
time period. It's changed.
and you got,
I'm just saying. I'm saying it's changed because people don't believe. But
but
go
you got to
ahead.
leave. You got to leave room, right? So, like, when you tell me the Bible was used to enslave my ancestors, that needs to be critically challenged by all of us. You got to challenge it. I'm not saying you got to challenge the existence of God and Jesus, but you
Right.
do got to challenge the instrument that was used to enslave us.
No, because the thing about it is, if you really going, I love history. Everybody knows I love history. That this was written by a man. Because when you look at the Bible and you see the red, and I remember when I first learned it, I was like, "Mom, what's red?" And it was like, "This Jesus wrote that." How did he write that? You ask these questions and don't really get the answers. You understand what I'm saying, Chaz and Erica? Because it's like, y'all are saying, preachers are saying Jesus' words was here in red, but really, was it a white man that wrote this while my ancestors was in chains?
Yeah.
What is the real? And what, you understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying that
Right.
those people are not the entities that we believe in for our Jesus and God and other things, but unfortunately for us, a lot of things that was told to us was through a white man's eyes, and people get upset and whatever. But for us, people as a culture, is what it is. Whether you're from, I know Erica's, her family is from the Caribbean. Regardless of what, there's a white man at the head of the table that's writing stuff down and saying this and that. We change things like 400 years later, but before those 400 years, what is the history? What is the real? And those questions are not being answered. I'm sorry, they're not. It had not been for years. We just go with what's been going on.
Right.
Erica, your thoughts about this? I don't want to get.
No, I agree. I agree. But I do feel like, that being said, there are certain people who fall in different spectrums of those beliefs. And really, if you're going to really be with somebody like for long term, then either that person, like Chaz was saying, has an openness to kind of hear what you are like. Sometimes I have friends who sort of have different sort of more African beliefs in terms of deities and gods and stuff. And then I have friends who like they're not quite atheists, but they don't, until they see some more evidence of something, like everybody has, you have to do, kind of what works for you. But I think in terms of who you're married to, there does have to be either an openness or willing to connect. And I think she seems
Close
so far she said she's pretty open,
okay.
But I feel like Detroit is one of those cities, just based on the other shows, that does seem to be very
religious,
gospel, very, it's always a lot of that spirituality comes through in the shows, or at least that's the way Carlos films them. And so so I don't know if that, I don't know.
Well, before Carlos, let's be clear, because I know they think Carlos is king, but whatever. Detroit was already known for being religious before this. On top of the fact, it failed really bad. There was a couple of shows they tried to push on a different network of a reality show where they show the preachers of Detroit, because Detroit is known for cars, Motown, religion. And so like I said in the beginning, before y'all even came on here, I said, I honestly, I have never thought about Detroit as a city or state or whatever until I did Love and Marriage Detroit and then this show. I just never thought about it. I'm from the South. The cities you hear about a lot of time in New York, Texas, Chicago, the different states, you don't really hear about Detroit because the downfall. And I even spoke to cast members who stated, look, Detroit was popping when Motown was going on. But when they had their financial thing with the cars, all the plants went down, Detroit ended up being like, oh, no, nobody talks about it, whatever. And that's just what happened. To be honest, history did that. They kind of put Detroit under the ground. But me visiting Detroit, me going downtown Detroit, and the things that I saw, this is a vibing city. This is a vibing state. It's lit. It's I don't know what. The people are just, I said it remind me of Dallas. And I know I live here and I understand that. I've dealt with many different casts. But it remind me of the Dallas cast, some of them. Let me rephrase that. It reminded me of the Dallas cast, of the love that I received from the cast and the way I saw Detroit turned out. When I saw Dallas had their party and situation, Dallas turned out. Even for me, people came to me and told me, hey, I'm here to see Chris reviews. I was surprised by that. Detroit was the same way. They turned out for the cast. And I've never seen that before someone went to Houston at their party. So I'm just telling you guys that the experience that I got and what I saw, it's vibes the way I see it on TV. It's related. It's together. It's not a lie. It's not fake. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Dallas cast was
Yeah.
split. Remember, Dallas
And I
cast was split. They were split down the middle. Laura made a comment in the interview I did with her. Just real quick, Erica. When I interviewed Laura, she's very classy. The Wives was confused by Vince. She could have came on my live and could have said all kind of stuff. She was so classy. The only thing she said was, "My cast is great actors because we were acting." That's literally all that she said. She probably could have said so much more, opposed to Dallas who said everything.
I know it.
Jazz.
She said everything in that statement, though.
But both of y'all get what I'm saying with that, right? That she
Yeah.
was very classy how she responded. Go ahead, Erica.
She was classy and telling at the same.
Yes, yes.
exactly. She told it. She
That's
told
classy
it.
Right.
right
No,
there. That
all I
was
was
classy.
gonna say is what I do like about Detroit. I
Mhm.
do feel like the show is giving it. Hopefully, we don't have any like long gaps.
Oh dear
Like
God,
they really
no.
seem like they're having fun.
Yeah,
Like every
come
time
on,
they show
Erica.
them as a
Mhm.
group, the roller skating thing was fun.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Soul
Soul
Train.
Train thing looked
I
like
loved
fun.
it.
I mean, it looked like they're finally, you know what I mean? Like
I agree
they're
with
really
you.
they feel like they're having a good time.
Yes.
And that part I really do like. And then we didn't touch on this, but what about the girl? Because I don't even know everybody's name, but the
I'm
girl
sorry.
to me, she's coming off as thirsty. She's like,
Who?
"Oh, you're so fine," and he's like, "No, I have good character." Or something he said with the girl who knew the guy from before. Is it
Nicole?
Nicole? I think. Remember, because they were
So
sitting
Nicole's the
down.
one that invited me to the. Nicole's the one that I was speaking with because I got invited to 2 parties. I went to only one. I got invited to 3 parties actually, but she's super sweet. I'm not. I want to hear your comments, but she's really a sweet girl and she's really
I mean, she's
awesome.
still sweet,
She's
but I
very
just feel
sweet.
like she's coming off a little bit like she's like, "Oh, you're so fine, you're so fine," and he was the one who was like, "Well, what about my kid?" I forgot what he said exactly, but he was like, "No, I'm a good, I have good character, or I have something," he said, and I was like, "Yeah, that's."
I think she actually feels that way. I literally think she actually feels that way. All about the trees, Care Bear. I can't say your name. Blonde Monique. Now look, when I give out memberships, it just does it. Sean on filter. I have no control. So if y'all sitting up in the rooftops and chilling, and I type in the comments, YouTube will bring you guys down and give it to you. So I'm just telling you. So anyway,
Yeah, but no, I think
congratulations.
she's sweet. I just think she's coming off as she's like fangirling or crushing over the guy. That's all I'm
Chad,
saying.
your
But
thoughts
yeah, I
about
think
that?
she's nice.
Do you agree?
On.
What she just stated, Erica.
I barely
There's
remember
this.
this girl, Nicole.
Oh
This is
gosh.
the
Yeah, that's
one.
what I was about to say.
She has a
It's
crush.
hard for me. I didn't remember her name either.
I
but
know.
she
See,
seemed
it's,
like
it's different for me because I actually went there, so I guess for me it's a little bit different. Nicole, she
She's
to me,
crushing over the guy that she liked in college, right?
yeah,
right,
right.
exactly. That's to me. That's what it's giving. Where it's like, okay, calm down and just try to get to actually know him. That's all I'm saying. I'm
I
not saying.
think she should consider becoming an alcoholic
Hmm?
over trying to find that connection. If he didn't see you the first time,
Oh my God, what's happening?
I'm just being honest. If a man doesn't see you the first time, and at the time that she probably was crushing on him, he probably had hair. So
What
now he
is
has.
happening? Oh my God,
I'm
what?
just being real. I'm just being real.
Oh my God, what?
So he has no hair now, and he don't do all that.
It's too late.
I'm just simply saying. At the time that she was
That
crushing
was that
on
was that was
him,
hard.
no, I'm not trying to be harsh, but like you're crushing on someone that didn't see you the first time. Don't crush on them the second time. That's all I'm
But
saying.
okay, but Chaz, let's be real. So
Exactly, and
no,
that's
that's
exactly
college.
what
That's like talking about high school. So you tell me somebody you met in college, and this is happening in real life, that somebody met somebody in college and then met later in life and either got married or dated. That's happened 100 times. So Chaz, I do not agree. I get what you're
Well, you
saying.
don't have.
No, no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
prove you
Listen, what
wrong
we're
right now.
saying.
I'm
No,
gonna prove
no,
you wrong.
wait, hold on.
I'm
Let
gonna
me,
prove you wrong.
hold on, wait,
No,
wait.
no.
Oh my
I'm gonna
Lord
prove you
Jesus.
wrong. I'm gonna prove you wrong. There was a woman I dated in high school that I
I said
proposed to.
college, but go ahead.
Okay, I met her in college. I met her outside of high school. Okay, I met her at college. I proposed to her. She was my first fiance. I wanted to marry this girl. I was in love with her for at least a decade after we ended. So I
Mhm.
disagree with you.
I didn't say everybody. It's never gonna be everybody happy ending is that. Okay, happy ending pause. But what I'm saying is that it's not strange because this is production, reality TV. They probably knew the two of them knew each other, and or some kind of way somebody said something. Come on now, Chaz. And this is not a coincidence that these two knew each other when they went to school. And she made a statement of saying, like, when he was like, "Oh yeah, we talked," she was like, "No, we didn't." So it's another opportunity to get to know him again. I don't think it's really a thirst trap or anything bad. I just don't see anything wrong with it. I'm sorry.
I don't think there's anything wrong with her getting to know him again. I'm just saying the way she's appears to still be crushing, as opposed to, yeah, like, you have also uplifted. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because
He
she said
should
it.
be. He should.
I'm still nervous. I'm like, girl, what the hell are you nervous for?
Right. Exactly. Like what?
You're in the
And
process.
yes,
Damn, yeah.
you made the audition.
So
You
y'all
got the callback.
ro-
You made the audition, girl. You on the
you
show.
Erica and
So,
Chaz are giving robot and AI. So you telling me that people don't have human feelings and literally be like, I'm still nervous. They're okay. Yeah,
I'm saying
no,
that
you met somebody you had a crush on years ago. You meet in real life. Why wouldn't you be nervous? I don't care if you are 50
Because
years old. Come
she's
on, chat.
grown. She's
Oh my
grown since the
God.
first encounter. What the hell you still nervous about? She's in her
she's
30s.
still
What is
crushing
happening?
from
Y'all are giving a lot of evil that's
college. She's
happening.
having college flashbacks.
Oh
And
my
it's like,
God.
no,
It's not cute.
just be real and get
Wow,
past it.
Jesus
That's what
Christ.
I'm
What is in
saying.
your
It's not
cup?
a bad
What is in your
thing.
cup,
It's just
Chaz?
that
What's in your cup?
you could easily end up getting yourself hurt because you're coming off like you're crushing. I mean, she is.
Well, look, first of all, I am happy I did not have an edible at all because, yes, and in fact, I sworn edibles off going forward in my life. I'm not ever doing it again because I can't handle it. But what I will say is this tonight, Chaz and Erica tag team. It's all good. Um, because I can handle it.
I mean, I think she seemed like a really
Erica
sweet girl.
tag team. I said tag team, ma'am. Because you guys are coming. I'm used to Erica with her shade, and Chaz yours as well. But damn, y'all be coming at this shit like these people have no heart. Like I feel like a scary movie. We just snatch the heart out of the chest and say, "Look, you know what? I don't give a shit." This was giving for Chaz and Erica tonight. Okay, I'm just saying. Because to me, it's like y'all are saying that if you have your college, high school sweetheart, whatever it might be, we haven't seen each other in 20 something years, and it sounds like a sitcom show because it literally is like one. And then you actually meet them in person. Why would they not be nervous? I don't care how old they are. That would actually happen to anybody unless they just cold-hearted slave. I mean,
No, she wants to be
cold-hearted.
16 again. She wants to be
And
16.
why is
And
that bad?
that's
Well,
not bad. That's
college is
not
not
bad.
16. College is
But this is
18
not the
anymore.
process to be 16 again.
Oh my God.
And that's how you end up getting your feelings hurt.
Right.
To be honest,
Right.
like I'm not even saying it to be negative or
Me
whatever. I'm just
neither.
saying that's how she would get her feelings
Chaz,
hurt.
stop the cap.
No, look, I'm in
No.
love and I love love.
I
love
know you
people that
do.
are
I
in
know you
love.
do. I know
So
you do.
I'm just saying, like, from someone that chose poorly most of his life,
Mhm.
looking at people still choosing poorly, that's why I have strong stances on it. If
Well, no,
if
no. How is she choosing poorly? Because she chooses to date somebody
she's
she
more
actually.
excited about sitting down talking to him than he is with her. That's a problem.
Well, that is a problem. I will agree with you and Erica on that part. That is a problem because if you're loving him or liking him much more than him, that's trash. Because I mean, you putting yourself out there for failure. And for her, as Erica point, I just wanted to speak on these statements of you know Chaz acting like because an old college guy you dated or whatever, or girl, or
I ain't dated no guy. I didn't say that.
no, I'm saying, okay, I'm covering all spectrums. I'm saying they, them, guy, girl, whoever it is, the person wants to date somebody from college or somebody they knew years ago. I don't think is a bad thing or thirsty to Erica's point.
No, hold on. We're not saying it's a bad thing.
No,
What we're saying,
Erica said it was Thursday, so I was just
no.
saying.
No. I
What's
said
thirsty is
how
her
she's crushing
behavior.
on him.
It's her
Yes, that's what
behavior.
I'm saying.
She's
Not yeah.
crushing. She's acting giddy, like she's
Wait, that's
10.
bad at the Giddy? I'm so
Yeah,
lost.
she's acting giddy. I'm
What
so
is wrong with
nervous.
that?
Girl, you're in the show. They
Did you?
haven't
Are we
voted who's
watching the
going
same
home yet. What are you
scene?
nervous about? Talk.
Yeah, like she's acting like
Ma'am, yeah, we are.
flashing
I ain't
back
got
to
time for
college.
y'all.
What?
She's acting like she's flashing back to
I
college.
said what I said.
And she's nervous. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And what?
And
Wait, hold on. Wait,
you-
hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. Now look. Yeah, you know I go very hard on Cass. Y'all know I do. What in the world is wrong with the intimacy that we are seeing with somebody who is acting nervous and acting like, I like this person. And to me, having that feeling of when you were younger of a crush or your stomach, why is that? Damn.
Okay, Camille.
Yes, ma'am,
You
Erica.
have a crush on somebody who dissed you years ago.
Wait. Did she
you're
say?
gonna
Hold
give him
on.
a
Wait.
chance
When
to
did she
diss
say?
you again
When did she say he
on
was?
national
Hold on.
TV. Is that what we're doing?
When was this
We're trying
part?
to reach out to the girl.
Ma'am,
We're trying to help the sister right now.
when did she
That's what
say
we're
he
trying to
was?
do.
He dissed her. Tell me. When was that statement made?
Remember when he said, she was like, "Oh, you didn't pay me any attention." She even said it in the first episode. And so then, so you could tell she kind of liked him and he wasn't paying her attention.
She
Which
wasn't
that
giving off
happens
the
in
right
college.
pheromones.
Right, or whatever, which happens in college. Like, it's no big deal. But now, and that's my point, I don't think there's anything wrong with her still being attracted to him, still liking him. Of course, you're going to be drawn to him, but learn from the mistake you made 10 years ago or whatever in college and just relax and get to know who the person is.
Not Willie in different world. Relax, relate, release. I can't with y'all.
Exactly.
I can't.
We're trying to stop her from getting, used.
Right. She
We trying
claims
to
to be
stop
ready
her.
for love. We trying to help her out.
Thank you. Because he might be like, okay, call her late one night off camera and pick somebody else. So we're trying to help her out before this happens. That's all I'm saying.
Because I'm
Just
ready.
relax, girl, because
I'm
you're
ready
sweet, you're beautiful,
for love.
and if he don't like you, choose one of the other brothers. But just
Oh my
calm
God.
it down a little
Calm
bit.
it
That's
down.
all
Take
we're
it.
suggesting.
Look, drink, girl, like something. Shit. Take
Oh
it
my God.
double.
Because she's very attractive. She's very
She's
sweet.
very
She's
pretty.
naturally attractive.
She's very
Like,
pretty.
this
Yes.
is a naturally attractive woman. I'll be honest with you. If I were on this season, she would have been one of my highest picks. Like, this is a
She's very
solid
pretty.
woman.
Yeah. And I like her character. She's very
has a
nice.
good attitude. The only thing she needs to do is just calm down with this crushness.
Yeah, it's not cute.
out.
It's not
Oh
working.
my God. Okay.
It's not Chanel. It's like,
You mean Shannon?
no, it's like Polo from Marshalls. It's not like
Oh,
giving
I thought you
off
were
what
saying
she
Shannon.
thinks is giving off. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, so final thoughts starting with Erica because it's too much.
Okay, I feel like I don't know enough of the characters because I was like, wait a minute, isn't that Donna right there? But maybe
Oh my God.
maybe I didn't read the trailer. I don't know. I can't tell who's who anymore. I don't know. Maybe we're not gonna get an elimination. I don't know what we're doing, but
Yeah.
otherwise, I think Christina should go home. I think Donna needs a little bit more time to find out who else is meeting her spiritually. So I think Christina should go home. And I'm still liking the show and entertained.
Chaz.
I think they're gonna. I think Christina should go home, but they may keep her because they may like production's probably liking the drama that she's kicking up with the guys. So they may keep her. I don't know. I can see them keeping both ladies. I can see them sending both ladies home, and I can see them sending either lady home. So it was the right point in the session to like give us a cliffhanger because I really don't know who's going home.
Okay, so I'm gonna say cliffhangers of reality TV are trash. It's reality TV. So period. I did like how Tommy had the guys do it, where like Tommy normally goes, okay, so and so. They was like, guys, you got it, Tommy with the fake hair, and then he was like calling the ladies. I'm sorry, I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Devin,
right? I think it was
Devin
Devin.
called the girls, up, and Chaz, the way the girls looking in the preview, like, gag, whatever. I said, I'm thinking like Chad, they might send both home because you see a preview, it doesn't say who got sent home, but the girls' faces were like a shock, right? So either they sent both the girls home,
or they sent Christina home because I know she can go home quietly.
Hold on, wait. They either sent both the girls home or they sent Donna home, and they're shocked because they know that Christina was having some, like Chad said, some drama, and they kept her. That's my Chad dropped off. That's my opinion. So anyway.
Oh.
All right.
Oh God.
Well, we lost Chad, but it's all good for anyway. That being said, we out of here. We'll be back next weekend. Jesus.
I see you guys next week.
Lord, people are gonna be so irritated, but I tried my best. All right. That being said, I'm out of here. I love you guys down, and yeah, bye. One thing I want you guys to know, and that nothing that will never change about this, I am the queen of reality TV. Don't